I'm Francesco from Francesco Apocalypse, and you're watching Chaoszine. I'm great. It's amazing. We just started the festival season. We did the Hellfest last week. Now we're, supporting Machine Head for 2 shows here in Helsinki and in Athens in a couple of days. So I'm excited. And then we have the Chaos Fest in Finland. So it looks a promising summer for us. And the rest is great. This year has been great. So everything is amazing. Insane. It's probably the most successful album we ever released, and we are so thankful for that, and we cannot thank enough the people supporting us, and it's just it's been much more than we could expect, because I think it's the 5th or 6th album. I lost count. So for us, it's just like a revolutionary album. It projects us to a new crowd, probably new audience, and this is amazing. And at the same time, it gets the full support and respect from the old fan base, which is amazing as well. So it's great after 15 years to have something like this in your hands, and being so much appreciated by the people. So wonderful. We have some stuff, yeah. We were always putting stuff on a side. Most of the time it ends up in the garbage can because you are excited. Oh, this riff is killing it, or stuff like that. But then you go over the stuff you recorded, and sometimes it's lame. And but I think this process it's also very necessary in a way, and kind of mandatory if you wanna do like good music nowadays, because you have to select as much as possible and pick what's unique and what's is representing your sound overall, the best way possible. So you have to be picky in a way. So that's physiological, that you have to throw away a lot of stuff to get some decent music nowadays. I don't know. I mean, it depends, because the music we do most of the time is basically a soundtrack of a concept that we have that is then more analyzed and explained in the lyrics, let's say. It's kind of weird to explain. It's every time we write music, we have an idea, we have a concept, and we try to figure out how to make a soundtrack to that idea, to that picture, to that movie that we have in our head. And sometimes we get inspired by our own life experiences, or some other times we just watch the world and we get inspiration from that, and we try to underline behaviors, underline the, as I said, create a soundtrack to that kind of movie, which is life. So also the way we treat the music and how much we go towards an epic dimension instead of a more brutal and death metal, sound is just up to what we are trying to describe, what we have as a concept of that song or of that album. For example, Opera was an album of rebirth, so we wanted to celebrate life. It's an album about death, but it's also an album about life. So avoiding a premature death, let's say. So it's an album about the second chance. For sure, it needed something super epic, but you never know what's coming next. And if we get inspiration from what's going on in the world right now, I don't think it's going to be very much epic. I think it's going to be very, very brutal. Yes, Paolo, we just met him a week ago. Yeah. Once in a while, like almost once a year, we always go out with past members, Tommy and Cree, and Tommy and Paolo. They still live in Italy, next to our place, so we catch up pretty often. And he is one of our best friends. So it was very tough to replace. Not just on stage, but also in the whole, process, because we spent. I played with him for 20 years, So for me, it was weird. But it was so weird that we decided to go on without hiring another guy because it's a friend leaving, you know. It's not that easy to involve somebody else and replace him. In a way, it's irreplaceable, you know. You can replace it on stage because you can play his parts. Veronica is handling his vocal parts brilliantly, and it's amazing. But everything else, you know. So yeah, we found this 5-piece dimension, and we tried it for now a couple of years almost, and it works great. So yes, we're happy, and he is happy. Is super supportive. You know, is the one of the first guy that listened to the new album, and we got his feedback, and we also got this feedback when we played the first shows. He watched the shows and said, "Oh, this is cool. You should this and that." So he also kind of helped us to move to the next chapter of the band, and that's amazing, you know. Hi, because every time we come back to Finland, it's incredibly cool. You know, it's amazing. We played here a sold-out show with good friends of ours, Omnium Gathering, right after COVID, and 2022, I guess. And then we did Sari Elveti, another super cool festival, and it was amazing. And now we have the opportunity to support Machinette tonight here in Helsinki in this incredible venue. And so, you know, everything, you know, every time you go back, something is better and growing. So better Chaos Fest is ready to deliver, because we have super, you know, high expectations from that. And that is it's in Vaasa, so it's a place. I don't think we ever been there. I think we always played Helsinki every time we played Finland, except, you know, these festivals that are nearby. But yeah, so would be cool to play more here. We have a lot of Finnish friends, a lot of bands, Insomnium, Omnium Gathering, a lot of people, Wolfart. So would be cool to, you know, do a tour one day of more in like around here. Exciting as well, because we do now, as I told you, the festival season. We have a bunch of festivals in August as well, all over the place. We do Rockstad, we do Brutal Assault, we do Partisan, we do Dynamo, Motor Culture in France, and we have like this run until most likely like middle August, and then we have 10 days off, and then we fly to South America with Epica. We do 11 shows with Epica in South America. Amazing. Good friends of us, and incredible band. So it's going to be super, super nice tour down there. We have a few shows headlining, I think, Colombia and Costa Rica. Super nice places to play. And then Mexico. And then we have the end of the year, you know, we have some stuff cooking, but we don't know if it's going to happen at the end of the year or maybe next year. And next year we already have some offers for festivals and a couple of tours, so we're going to be around. Like, as I said, opera has been received incredibly well, so we have a lot of demand now, and we try to stay around as much as possible and play new songs. I wish we could go back to music and leave like marketing and propaganda a little bit, you know, on the side for a couple of years. That's the thing that I think we are suffering the most. I mean, the big difference is that the hype music back in the days was good music, and the hype band had a great marketing. So you had a lot of exposure of good bands playing good music. Now you had a lot of exposure of the same thing over and over. And I'm not saying that they're not good bands. They are amazing players, amazing artists in a way, but they're more into, you know, entertaining than just being a musician. What we try to do with Flashcode in our, you know, small dimension is to deliver as much as possible live, entertain as much as possible live in the videos, and whatever, you know. but it's not the core thing. The core thing is still the music. We still spend hours writing the music, taking care of details and stuff, and that's why it's for us. It's also very tough to release an album every year, or every 2 years, because it's not a copy paste of the same stuff over and over. We are not in a trend, so we have to build it from scratch every time. So that's how I would like to see, for the future, because music is so important. It's the most important thing in life for us, but for many of the fans, because they find strength, they find a friend in music, to overcome tough times, difficulties, and odds. And it's sad to see that every time they want to have some help from the music, they go back in time and play music of 20, 30 years ago, because the new music is too empty, So I wish we could write music for these people that is still valuable for that, That's. Do I speak too much? Maybe. I don't know. If I speak too much, stop me. That I love you. Thank you very much for supporting us. Thank you very much for being here. And if we do what we do, it's because of you. So you are the best, and we try to give you the best, to deliver the best every time we meet you all around the world. And in Finland, we know that we have a great fan base, a great group of people following us and supporting us. So thank you very much for what you do for us.